You guys, you never believe what happened to me. I recorded a whole video. I created a whole NetGalley account. I went through the whole process, and I was not recording. I gave you guys all the information. Ran through it so well. Made a speech to NetGalley themselves. And I wasn't recording. It's okay. I could do it again. I could delete and start for you guys. For you guys. I'm not going to throw my glasses like Jordan. Because, baby, I need these. Okay? But I wanted to. Just say that. Okay. So, what's the point of starting over? Hi, I'm Nisha from Nisha's Reading Corner, and I like to read books. And this video is about making a NetGalley account. Alright, so I'm going to go through real quick and delete. Did I delete this account already? I think I deleted this account already. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to make an account. I'm going to show you guys how to make a NetGalley account. If you don't know what NetGalley is, I had to make sure I was recording. It gave me a little PTSD. NetGalley is a platform where you and I, readers, excuse me, a little water. NetGalley is a platform where you and I can go make a profile and get free books. Yes, free books in exchange for a great and honest review. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. Review the book. Whether it's on Fable, whether it's making a video on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Storygraph, whether you got a vlog and you got a website, make the review. Get to read free books. Who doesn't love that? If you love reading, NetGalley is the platform for you, okay? So I'm going to go through right now and I'm going to show you how to make a NetGalley account. Let's go. Let's get started. I hope that you guys are able to see what I am able to show you guys. Let me make this a little wider so you guys will be able to see. Okay. I'm gonna make myself smaller so you guys, ooh, not that small. Okay. So you guys can see what I see. Okay. You're going to go to NetGalley, become a new member, and then you're going to fill out your information. I'm going to make a fake one because I already have an account and I don't want to get it mixed up, okay? So Nisha with books, that's who I am, okay? My new fake account, okay? Nisha with books. Now, when you make your NetGalley account, I'm assuming that you already have a platform, whether it's TikTok, Bookstagram, what's the other one? BookTok, Bookstagrammer, and BookTuber. Okay, let's just say you're any of those. If you have an established account already and you've been putting out content and you haven't had a NetGalley account, make sure that when you make your NetGalley account, your name is the same across all platforms. My real actual name is not Nisha with books, it's Nisha's Reading Corner. So if you guys are looking for me on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, it's Nisha's Reading Corner. Yeah, Nisha's Reading Corner. So if you don't have an account, TikTok, whatever, book page, make one. Make your Instagram, your TikTok, or your YouTube, or whichever one, and make sure it's consistent all across the board. So when you make your NetGalley account and when people start reaching out to you, publishers start reaching out to you, make sure your email is even the same thing as your platforms. So my email is NishasReadingCorner@. So people know it's consistent all across the board. So when they are looking for me on all of my social accounts, Nisha's Reading Corner, Nisha's Reading Corner, Nisha's Reading Corner. They're going to remember it. So make sure it's consistent. So whatever you come up with, use that as your login, your username. Okay? Mm-hmm. Put this water over here. Make your password. Make sure you remember your password. Put your password somewhere, y'all. Okay. Go through, put your country. Now your media type is what you are. I'm a reviewer. I'm assuming you're a reviewer, so we're going to put reviewer. But if you're a teacher, put educator, da-da-da. Self-explanatory, right? Let me make sure that you guys can see what it is that I'm doing. I hope that you guys can see. Let's make this a little smaller. Okay. I can't see now. You're going to go through, you're going to click these three. Oh no. I'm on air. I know I'm on air. Okay. I have to keep checking and seeing because I don't know if it's going to stop or whatever. So you click register. That's not the email, that's why. Okay. I have to go through and delete that email because I tried. I'm not explaining nothing. Okay. So that's the email. I got a bunch of emails. I just need to. Don't know why. Come on now. I can put the password in now. Okay. Okay. So now that you got your everything's done, everything's said, you're going to go over to your email address and you're going to come on now. You're going to refresh it. Okay, and then you're going to go click activate your account. It's going to bring you over here where you continue your profile. Now, this is the easy part, okay? You're a reviewer or whatever you are, okay? You already put that in, so it's automatically in. Where do you review your books? Okay, I'm gonna just say social media because that's the easiest. That's where I'm going to. That's where I'm gonna assume you're going to. But if you have a website or a vlog, you're gonna put it in. But social media, come on. Why is it acting funny? Okay, you're going to put your category. This is important because the publishers, when they go to approve you, if you put in for a romance book and you request a romance book, right? If it does not say it in your bio, they're most likely not going to approve you for that romance book unless it's one of those. If it's one of those publishers that approves everybody, then you're going to get the book. But if it's not, and they read that you put that you like crafts and you're over here requesting a romance book, they're not going to approve you for the request. So make sure that your category, whatever you put for your category, you're requesting the same books in that category. Okay, so I'm gonna just put mangas so we can get it moving. I'm interested in audiobooks. Put everything that you're interested in. Debut authors, indie authors. I'm not into any of these. The book club, the book translation. I only know English. I don't know anything else. Your social issues. If you're into political, social issues, put that. You're gonna click next step. Then your bio, like I said, whatever categories you like, you're going to put it in your bio. However many followers you have, put it in your bio. Whatever Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform you're going to be using, put it in your bio. Okay? Tell these people about you. You know, if you can't think of what to say, ChatGPT. Okay? We're going to go head over to ChatGPT because I don't know what I want to put. I use ChatGPT, okay? I'm gonna just copy and paste. Hi, I'm Nisha, a romance fantasy manga reader who loves to dive into emotional worlds and sharing honest reactions. Okay, that means you do videos, so that's what they're gonna see. I create book content on TikTok of 252 readers. Now, the reader count, you want to put that in there just to dazzle razzle dazzle them, okay? They don't care how many readers you have. The less readers could be good for some publishers. They like small, up and coming content creators. So put your follower count, okay? Um, I track all of my reads on Fable. So whatever you do, track your reading on, whether that's Storygraph, Goodreads, or whatever other ones that I don't know about. Make sure you put that in there as well. That helps you get approved. I use NetGalley to discover new authors, support publishers, and give thoughtful, timely reviews. Okay, make sure you put that timely reviews in there because they'll likely approve you. Okay, do anything that you can to get approved, baby. Get approved. That's what we want. We want to get approved. Okay, you're gonna go back over here. You're gonna put this in your bio. You can also tell ChatGPT, make it act like me and write a review for NetGalley for my bio. Make sure to include I review books on TikTok. I review on Fable. This is how many da 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 I got. You can even ask ChatGPT, hey, act as me and give me a prompt to create a bio for my NetGalley account. Come on now, you know how to use ChatGPT. Put it in there, and then your public preference name. You're gonna always go with your name. Don't use reviewer da 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 because you're gonna look like a random, and you won't get approved. Okay, click connect to gonna connect to my TikTok. Okay, you're gonna put your Fable here. I'm not connected to my Fable on my desktop, so I'm not gonna put that. My primary audience is TikTok. It has to be something in this primary audience area, or you will not be able to click finished. So yeah, click finish. This is the front of. Hold on. This is the front of, yeah. Once you're done, the what's it called, the window for NetGalley. It's gonna show. So the first thing that you want to do is download NetGalley on your phone, okay? Because that's where you're gonna see where you got your approved books at on your shelf. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you, and we're gonna explore NetGalley. All right, we're gonna go to first thing. This is your dashboard. This is the front. This is what it's gonna look like. Okay, we're gonna go to your profile. You're like, we already figured that out. Okay, I'm gonna just show you your profile because you can add things here. Once you want to change things, you can change it up in here. You want to add another category, let's say romance, because I didn't add romance. I like romance. I like sci-fi and I like fantasy. Okay, where'd it go? My eyes is like, okay. Sci-fi and fantasy, we added those two. Make sure that you come over to your profile and add your profile picture. I don't have a profile picture on my desktop, so I'm not gonna add one. Okay. But if you want, you can also use ChatGPT if you don't want to add your actual photo, but you want to create a little character. You can go over here and ask it to create a character. Your little book thing. So basically, you'd go into ChatGPT and you'll put a picture of yourself in there and ask it to create a um, cartoon biopic or profile pic for you for your NetGalley profile, and you want it to be book related. It's gonna pop up with this. Even if you want to give it what is it called? You can go to Pinterest and grab a photo from Pinterest if you want it in that type of art style, and you can put that in there as well with an actual picture of you, and tell it to create a photo of you in that art style, but make sure it's related to book relatable stuff. Yeah. And you can, if you don't really know how to word it, that's okay too. You can add it. You can ask it to make you a prompt, and it'll actually make you a prompt. So you will copy and paste that prompt with those two photos, and it'll do its thing. Okay. If you guys want a video on creating one of those photos, leave it in the comments, and I will make a video on that as well. Okay, so make sure that your whole profile is filled out, and they make it easy. You know, you already did your bio, you already connected your platforms. Make sure your picture is up there. Now I'm going to go through the feedback ratio. Your feedback ratio always starts with 80%. So don't allow it to go under 80% because it will affect you. Everyone starts off at 80%. So go from 80 and above. You know, once you get approved and you do these books and you review them, your ratio will go up. The publishers see this and they will deny you if it's like under 70, or, you know, some won't, some will. Some will start to look at your bio and try to get a better grasp of who you are as a reviewer. But, you know, um, they're going to look at your feedback ratio and see if you're actually doing your job. They're also going to look at these approved here in the corner, see how many books you got approved for, and also see your feedback that you sent. So if you got approved for 5 books and you only did feedback for 2, they're going to see that, like, she didn't even do half yet. You know, maybe you're still reading them, but you want to keep your approved rating, your approved and your feedback sent close to each other number. So if you did 5, make sure you have 4 that you know, because that shows that you're actually doing your job. Yeah, and they're more likely to accept you if they see those 2 numbers are closer together. Yeah. Okay, let's start next with the browsing. So when you browse the I need to stop saying I need another filler word at this point. When you're at the desktop, you can, or the dashboard, you can make your lists, and I like to make want to read as a list. These are all the books that I would want to read in this list. Then I make another list, and I put all my approved books in this list. Okay, so they're easy to find. Then you go back to your dashboard, and they're right over here, your list right there. You could browse by category, and then you get badges here. So I'm assuming once you do your review, you'll start to get badges. Your favorite publisher is here. So I search a lot by publisher. And another cool thing, let's say Amazon Publishing UK. We're not in the UK, but this is Amazon Publishing UK's page, okay? You can add them to your favorites, and they're going to end up here, down at the bottom. Amazon Publishing UK. So you could just click on them and see what new books they've added or whatnot. So let's go back to them. And then you're going to want to look at their approval preference. Okay, this is huge, okay? So you're going to click approval preference. This is their preference, which they approve readers. So it says Amazon Publishing UK encourages and accepts requests from librarians, educators, media professionals, reviewers, bloggers, and booksellers, but reserves the right to accept and decline requests on a case-by-case basis. So depending on who you are, they will decline or they will accept you. It just depends on who you are and your bio, okay? So yeah, I also want to add, I like mangas. So I'm gonna go over here to Viz Media. Okay, so since Viz Media is in my bio, or mangas is in my bio, Viz Media is going to see that. They're going to read that, and they're going to be most likely to accept me for whatever book that it is that I requested. But let's always go to their profile and their preference. See their preference. So it says, please request mangas from Viz if you are a media professional reviewing for a media outlet, a librarian, or bookseller. Thank you. So they don't have reviewer up here, but I would still request, you know, actually professional reviewing. It says media professional reviewing. Um, so I'd still put in. I'm still gonna put it in because they're my favorite. Okay. I would add them to my favorite. You can also find their platforms here. Yeah, they got some great books. Look, they got Spirited Away. These are their most requested books. They're previously on NetGalley. I'm gonna start exploring on my own page, my real page. I wonder if where is that book published through? Let me see if they got Otaku Vampire Love Bite. Cause baby, if they do, okay. So let me tell you about Otaku Vampire Love Bite. They're a Japanese. The author is Japanese, right? So out here in the United States, they only have 5 books. She made 8 books, so they're released out in Japan, and 8 books right now. Hi guys, I'm so sorry. Editor Nisha here. I want to apologize because my sister called me and the audio cut out. So from here, I'm going to explain to you what I was trying to say in the recording. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the recording and zoom and speed up. Okay, so after the sound had cut off, I wanted to try to explain to you guys the publishing and the archive date. Now, the publishing date is when the book will be published to the public, and the archive date is when they'll archive the book so you will no longer be able to put your review out. So, most of the time, these dates are different. So, this one right here, sometimes it says July 25th, 2026, and they're the same dates. Most of the time, from what I've seen, the archive date is a little further out. So you'll have time from when it's published for the public, and then they'll archive it a couple of months later, and then you won't be able to put your review out. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to explain to you guys. But my audio cut out. I was letting you guys know to read the description before you guys request your books. Let me see. Yeah, go read the reviews that your other peers have left and get a feel of the book through the reviews. Make sure you like a couple of them, and then go back up to the top and add it to your favorites list or your want to read list if you guys aren't ready to request right now. But if you are, like the cover, and then hit the request button. And then once you hit the request button, you'll get this question that says what appealed to you about the book, and you just select all that applies to you, whether it's the cover, the description, the book title, author, and how you heard about the book. And then from there, you got your first request, you guys. It'll show up in your shelf if it got approved. If it didn't get approved, you'll get an email and it'll say denied. Once you're done reading a book, I'm pretty sure that it'll prompt you to do a review, and from there you can post your first NetGalley review. I haven't gotten to that point yet, so I'm really not sure how that works yet. I'm still waiting to finish reading my manga. I love you guys. I hope this review helped you guys in some type of way. This tutorial helped you in learning how to make a NetGalley profile. I hope you guys' profile is amazing. I'm sure it is. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video, um, and follow me on all my social media platforms listed in the description. You guys have a blessed and amazing day.